Covey used to be a star among cities, historic, wealthy, and bustling with new businesses. That star's been dying for a while. Crime's on the rise, and with war brewing and the government tightening their grip, it's no surprise we're restless. Police might be keeping people safe, but there's only so much we can do about the seedy underbelly. With a prohibition, lawbreakers, criminals, and your everyday civilians are all forced into the same watering holes. Usually, it'd be my job to bust this place. But maybe we can help one another. This place is more useful open, especially when I have someone a lot more dangerous to catch than a few drunks. It looks like your first customers are arriving. Let's see if you can loosen their tongues. I'll be waiting, bartender. Don't let me down.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Poodle Puff, and this is Best Served Cold. So as you can see, there was a rich town that basically went under. Violence, gambling, politics, all the good stuff you get in life. So this is just the demo of it. It is coming out tomorrow, May 5th. So you could check it out on Steam, and I will have links in the description for it. I don't know anything about this other than what we just saw. It seems to be like a mystery game or a detective game. And it seems we're the bartender and we have to figure out what happened for the detective. So let's hop into it. Also, this does have some matureness in it, as you saw in the warning it gave. So there's like trauma, murder, violence, gambling, all that stuff. So if any of that is a trigger for you, probably don't watch it. So, or look up the game and see what all the warnings are. The last drop. Monday. Vincent Floor. Okay, we got a mood beater over here. Affection. Intoxication. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. Okay, it looks like we have two actions. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floor, picks a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Sarin literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Everything all right? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. What would you like? This evening, a properly mixed Eastern Rui should hit the spot. Some days your customers will be in a bad mood. This can also be caused by serving them a ruined drink or by choosing dialogue options that upset or anger them. Shown here. Thankfully, serving a customer their favorite drink will lift their spirits and cure their mood. Press the serve button to start making Vincent a drink. Right? Customers will usually avoid discussing unpleasant topics when in a bad mood. You'll have to cure it before you can interrogate them. As you get to know your clients better, make sure to learn what their favorite drink is. You can always ask them what they like to get a hint. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. Vincent perks up. Let's see if we could cheer you up. Aha, that's the spirit. Vincent loves the Eastern Ruby, and we want to lift his spirits and cure his bad mood. So let's select Eastern Ruby in the list to start making his favorite cocktail. Whoa. To successfully mix a drink, you will need to add all the necessary ingredients to the shaker by passing through them with the arrow. Follow along the lines in the direction it's pointing. Once you start following the path, you'll need to keep up the pace as the red arrow will start following you. Make sure it doesn't catch up with you before you reach the end of the path, or it will be ruined. Okay, I was trying to be careful there. You really don't have to be. All right. Well done. Vincent is no longer in a bad mood and has even gained more affection towards you. The more a customer likes a certain drink you give them, the more their affection increases. Their favorite drink will reward the most affection. Okay. If you fail, customers will be displeased and you will lose all but one action for the remainder. Okay, so now we have 4. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it, especially with your background. This place could have become naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you are already proving to be more than that. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught. Still have to adapt your drinks menu to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Rosolka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Yeah. Yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps. My favorite gentleman's club is abuzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary, not right, is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Sara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment, and I have friends in the constabulary. But you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful. Good, you see, there's a reason I bring this all up. Vincent reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so that you can read the heading, Speakeasy Guest Found Dead. In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet identified woman was found in an alley off the Bukovi Boulevard. Bukovi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Bukovi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these legal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Fabricated? I believe so, yes. With the prohibition in full force, perhaps the politicians created a serial killer boogeyman to keep people out of speakeasies. It's just like the old fairy tales about demons in the woods. The claws of the strigoi, snatching the unwary and pulling them into darkness. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. The murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. Imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels. All we want to do is kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend. Be on your guard. I will. We're on Bukovi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and arts. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyway. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese, crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Understood. One more thing. We both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and you keep your nose clean. I get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. See, Vincent. Customers, it's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customer. You can click on the customer to call them over. Okay. Energetic girl. The woman takes a seat, looking exhausted. She squints at you like she can't decide if you're friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Rundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are run off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice traders symposium. Do you know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explaining the logistics of a spice trading company and how it made him rich, and he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets? Ugh. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud, I feel like I'm going to crack the walls, but then I stop and nothing has changed. Sounds like you need a drink. Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now I'm craving something spiced. I trust your judgment. You lift a clean glass from the tray and place it on the table. One drink coming up. I'm so excited. There are several indicators on the right of each cocktail that provides more information, whether a customer likes it or not. Question mark means you don't know yet how they feel, while a star means it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and ones they feel neutral about. Relationship. Well, the red cloth is smoothness of the drink. Willing to stay. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action. Will leave. Meanwhile, the percent shows how alcoholic a drink is, or intoxicated they'll get. Now you know the power. Now let's make her a drink, shall we? Copper bullet has lime and a lime slice, so I guess it's 5%, so that's quite alcoholic, it looks like, and 2 smoothness. Oh dang, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all the fuzz in my head. When the Prohibition closed the bars and clubs, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket costs a month's rent. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads. The women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes looks like torture to me. Me too. At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor, stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folks going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the Prohibition isn't all that bad. She downs her drink, wiping her mouth for any spills. Woo! I'll take that as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. The Nightcap just opened, yes. Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you Bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Rundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in any of them. Even when they serve booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid bar was full of posers, and the Spire Lounge would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drink menu. This place feels a bit more varied in its clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through the doors. Her smile is warm and she nods a little, like she just made her mind up about you. I can get bored with that. Good. Well, I should be heading back. I got our jitsu sparring classes and a shift tomorrow. And if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Take care. End the day by using the bell. Okay. Now we're on to Tuesday. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. The man doesn't hesitate to tap the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar? No butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything in particular? I don't care, you choose. You lift the glass, ready to serve. Thank you. Okay, so we have question marks. We have no idea what he will like. I guess we'll do a poison drop. I mean, the mini game is pretty easy, but it's a cool concept for a little mini game. Not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. You have probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? He sets down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. The headline reads, Latest Bakovy Boulevard Victim Identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bakovy police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bakovy killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalie Reed, a native Sarin and lifetime resident of Bakovy, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley off Bakovy at 6 a.m. by a local resident heading off for work. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as the Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her off time to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalia Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Not really. I doubt that. None. Really, there's a lot of unusual behavior around right now. Did you read the news yesterday? And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place. I was just making a drink from a new friend. Uh-oh, he didn't know. Obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you can be, and you're letting the chance slip away. Reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name reads Constable Hugo Mertens. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help? You'll be helping yourself. If your clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar, it's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented that speakeasy where we found Natalia Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. Your drinking here is also illegal, right? I'm guessing there's no opt-out. He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back inside his pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. I understand. Okay. Starting to like us. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Good. Any questions? Where should I start? Give me a solid lead on the people in this establishment who are present at the same speakeasy where Natalia Reed was found. As a former criminal, I'm sure you know ways of making people talk. There's no doubt in my mind your less savory connections might know more. Once you prove you're capable of collecting this information, I'll accept I'm not wasting my time. From there, I can divulge a bit more about the case. Do I investigate? You interrogate everyone at your bar and ask them the right questions. Get to know them, make them willing to talk. A glass of alcohol might loosen their tongue. I suggest you keep track of your findings in a notebook or something. I also see you have an unused pinboard in the room behind you. Detectives at the station like to use those to keep their minds organized. Visualizing connections makes them easier to understand. And we can clues. Part of this now, time is short, and I expect something solid from you soon. This case is the highest priority, and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated Force. If that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our street safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure, though. Peter Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filth are looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworm. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat pee they serve in the stacks. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my taste. Miss me, Peter? Every day I was crying myself to sleep on a pillow soaked through the tears. Soaked thorough with tears. You feel the same, I imagine? Sure. He raises his eyebrows and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? Any flavor? Going all sweet on me now? Well, I like a hint of coffee. Yeah. Peter leans low and his chin rests on the bar, the light catching the long scar on his cheek. His eyes twinkle as he looks up at you. Alright, something with coffee. So this is coffee, and he said he wants some strong, so this... I'll go with this. No flake. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. You're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one. But if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer for the feared crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with the frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often, how can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a douche, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. And what's a little blood to you? I'm a teddy bear. I got claws, but I don't want to get them out when I'm trying to hold my wine glass. You notice him bite the inside of his cheek. For a moment, you think he's going to try and deny it. Instead, he shrugs. I reckon my job ain't good or bad. It's neutral, cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in and the deals people make. It's neutral? I take no responsibility for what happens to the folks I collect from. They knew the deal they was getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. He takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now, if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me, and I need to take care of that. In conversation, sure thing. A miserable-looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drinks stacked behind you. Can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really, just strong. What does the goddess want you to order? Just make me a drink quickly and with fewer jokes. So he this wants strong. Like 7%, or should I do the evening prayer? Yeah, let's just do the 7%. I do like the art style of this game. The world is spinning and my worries have become as blurred as my vision. Exactly why I came here. It doesn't sound like a good thing. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips, and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it that bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. Now he's in a bad mood. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed. He downs the rest and stands up, tips his head, and takes his leave. Okay. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think, this grand a place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. Do you know Vincent? Yes, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's waiting for you to say something in particular. I don't think that's right, but... No, he must have. Carmine, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on, a VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress/singer/radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips with audacity. Oh, that Olivia Carmine. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand. Maybe. The stage hand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Anything specific? Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Let's pour you something fabulous. My throat is absolutely parched. All right. We got Pirate's Joy, which is probably what we're looking at here. It has the pineapple and coconut. Yeah, we'll go with that. Astonishing, flawless, incredible, divine. Absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. What a day. Oh, did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her finger to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts. I'm starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it, but well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Ha! Picture me and my sultry voice broadcast nationwide to the people of Sara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know? Sure. Olivia swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back. So hopefully soon you won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses. With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up, winks at you, and takes her leave. See you soon. All right. Can't click. Nothing else to click. I guess we'll end the day. Return to your home office. You can review the clues. Combine 2 clues. Red string. Click and drag it over. This is pretty cool. At any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it back to the clue list. Should you feel a piece of information is no longer important. The 2 clues you have right now seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click one of the pins and drag the string to the other clue's pin. See what happens. Maybe I should make these close. Clue combined. Peter frequented the last drop, the speakeasy where Natalia Reed's murder took place, before it was shut down. You should be able to tell me who else went there to drink, and if any of them visit the Nightcap. See you the next day, click the co-rack. The murder of Natalia Reed took place near a speakeasy known as the Last Drop. It was closed down after the fact. Peter mentioned that his favorite speakeasy... Oh. he had found a new one. Guess we could put this in here now. All right. Guess we'll go the next day. We're on Wednesday now. Oh well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're a beacon in the night. I don't plan on closing anytime soon. I'll press the show clue button. Select the Peter Street Smarts clue to ask him for more information. The story about the broad that got iced at the speakeasy. What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journos did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinion. You're fishing. And for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same story as the hoi polloi get all worked up. And ain't no one got the real facts except for the ones who know how to keep their mouth shut. And folk who say the city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on run. The Covey officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful and who's done it before. Did you visit there? Yes. And? Plenty of folk went there, so don't go making any inferences. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos, the type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Probably all these people here. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. And Killian Duran, the rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an intrepid reporter. What you think of that, Scoops? Alright, I was just curious. Let's catch up just like the old days. Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say. We know he likes cold winter. Like, can I try something else, maybe? He likes coffee. Guy that likes coffee? I don't know. He may not like it. We'll see. I'm usually not a fan of surprises in my drinks, but this is good. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Oh, gee. Know anything between us? I never went legit. How's work these days? And know anything about Natalia Reed? Shame about her accident. Murder? Then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Why odd? She didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. It was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a good fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Whoever stuck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police or whoever is holding your leash should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got iced for asking too few questions. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess. Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Right. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. Work. Or I'll play along with this amnesia of yours. My job is the same as ever. I'm the problem solver, and the problem I solve is... What do you do when someone owes you money stops paying you? I make sure agreements are kept and no one breaks their word. In a way, I help all parties involved, because one way or another, the deal they made won't be broken. And where possible, I hope my business never involves my friends. Business is never personal for me, but the way I do business, some people take it real personal. Well, I won't go home, but I can stay here. Make sure you don't get into any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. The young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall. Attack boost. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I could try and help make up your mind. That'd probably help. Surprise me. Something strong but sweet. Okay. That would be like sour one. Strong but sweet. I'm not really good at this kind of stuff. Not really sweet, that's sour. I feel like I'm gonna fail this. Let's try it. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Oh, good. Have you been open long? Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshop, too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How'd you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place. Right. Anyway, I'm Elena Dragos. I brought a few friends along, and we're already a bit tipsy if you haven't noticed. You didn't have to tell you that. The Rika booze. During a prohibition? Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. You too. Before he even sits down, you could tell this young man has an attitude. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. Can I get you? Surprise me. Give me hints. Rum, I think. You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the three girls he came with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eye. You're the bartender, so 10 bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. Handle that? keep me waiting. Oh, he likes rum. We will try the mint punch. Oh, this looks fine indeed. I'm Killian. You might have met my parents at some point. The Durans. Might have. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though it's fuzzy. Fine people, though I suppose his private doctor's perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes back at the table. Young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know, if I'm honest, the options. How about I choose? I'd appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light, though. I have work in the... Looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Okay. That's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating. I'm not used to. Welcome as anyone. Holds her head as if wondering whether to agree or not. Thinking the constabulary will arrest me at any moment. If my friends were caught, they would pay a fine. I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Papa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Luck. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to Wendy. A woman sits down at the bar. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans the room. Then you, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get you? This place is as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded into the Bakovi Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. Do you like it here? I do, yes. I'm Wendy Brooker. Might have heard of my father. You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my good side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname. Do you want a drink? Don't make me. Does a lady like you drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look a little bit more fabulous, but too much. Don't make me. See if I can impress you. Difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. Go a bit better, but not. Try these. It's not bad, but too many of these and I'll get bored. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. That mood. Moody-looking man sits down. He takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day? Every day is the same length. I get a cocktail. Sure. Your hand moves to grip a glass. He holds his palms up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. All of our glasses are... I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences. Isn't such. One glass, no smudges. Good, I'll have that cocktail. I am waiting. Any flavors? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty. I am waiting. He inspects it and gives a reassuring on. Coming right up. Hope it's good. Want something minty. That has a... I'm going to make him not happy. Probably won't like it, but we'll... Not bad. As long as the glass is clean, I won't complain. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with the sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where it's... Be a big drinker. Not much else to do in Bukovi, to be honest. I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got canceled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good. That's when I usually need a drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet you. I get you another drink. No, I should head home. Thanks a lot for the drink. Be back soon. Okay. Drink around here. Evening. Let's catch up on all the gossip. I don't know. I used to go with my father. It's close to the casino. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Are you finding your time here? Pleasant crowd mostly. There's a few people here that I am not on great terms with, but it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Ooh. I'd rather not get into it, honestly. Feeling I know who you're talking about. Do you? Who? Elliot. How'd you guess that? Listen. He's a piece of work, all right, especially when he's drunk. A few months before Prohibition, I was at a casino with my father on my birthday. He wasn't exactly going to bake me a cake, and I didn't want to be alone all day till the clubs opened and I could see my friends. So I figured I'd take an interest in his hobby. And while Dad was playing Baccarat, Elliot made a play for me. Oh? Obviously, I turned him down pretty quickly, but I remember him getting so angry. I tried to brush him off gently, but he really didn't get the message. I've dealt with fellas shouting at me before, but this was different. The more his rage built, the quieter he got. but you could tell he was losing control, shaking. I clung to my dad after that and didn't go back to the casino, but I'd still see him around sometimes. Makes my skin crawl. Sorry you went through that. Don't be sorry. Be cautious. He has a few loose screws. A few screws loose, if you ask me. So keep that in mind. Oh, I didn't realize there were so many. Okay. I have 2 actions. So, what do you know about Natalia Reed? I'm not talking about that evil floozy. I'm here to have a good time. Seems very guarded about the topic. She also seems to know something. Perhaps she's more talkative while drunk. Okay. What brings you to the speakeasy? You can't expect a girl to spill all her secrets without loosening her lips a little first. With some chat, maybe a couple of compliments about my lovely new earrings and a few drinks. Get you drunk then. Wait, is that the time? I should get going. Eat again. Happen if you visit. But you hear all sorts of tittle tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? I have 4 actions. Let's do that. Yes, I visited often, though Prohibition put an end to that. I bet you hear all sorts. Why are you drinking so much? You clearly don't enjoy it. Something to do. Nights are boring without parties. That's it, really. Seems to be hiding something. Perhaps serving him enough alcohol will make him talk. Did you know Natalia Reed? A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab home. She was drunk then? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always said loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yeah, Selena told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in that fleeting, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so. You will die one day. Is that a threat? It's a fact. It's not a nice thing to say, is it? What do you think of Alina? Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like intellectual gibberish to me. But even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. When I get home soon, my mother will lock me out. Bye. All right, Wendy. Meet again. Evening. What do you want to know about? Tell me about yourself. I love that idea. She opens her mouth in mock surprise, then lets out a little delighted giggle. What's there to say? I grew up at Papa's old estate, Home Heath, out in the country. I moved to Bogovy because I got bored, and I come to dive bars like this because I love entertainment. Dive bar? I'd say you fit right in. Oh, are we sparring? That's adorable. You continue to meet my expectations. People must love you. Come, darling. I'm being exceedingly gentle. Let's get to know each other better, or worse, if you prefer. I'll start. I was born, I moved here, and now I'm sat in this cramped little stool talking to someone who has a very colorful background. I guess criminals can be dangerous. I know a lot, darling, and most of what I know I keep to myself. This has been delightful. I mean that. It's refreshing to have repartee with someone who can keep up. Chin chin. Sure. How do you know everyone? I'm cordial with Alina and Maria, and I know Killian. We met a while ago at a tango class, in pre-Prohibition times. Don't get me wrong, they're not hideously dull or anything. I just feel they are slow to trust and reluctant to say anything genuine. You feel the same, or are you an open book? What you see is what you get. Like a cannoli. It's what's on the inside that counts. I've noticed you do a lot of watching. You pour drinks while keeping your eye on your customers. The sign of a good bartender, or someone who is fearful of their own clientele. You can't blame me, though. Imagine if one of us... Are you? She laughs, and for the first time it's... You've amused her, and she lets the mask slip for a moment. You've known plenty like her, and learned to never let your guard down around them. No. I wish there was something as exciting as a police informant among us. But alas, we are as we see. Well, other than Maria, she's not rich at all. Dirt poor, in fact. But you can tell if you look closely. You can tell. Purses her lips briefly, a smile flashing across her face. Not the friendliest thing to say. Friendly, but not constant. Lena pays for everything. Maria is a puppy in her purse. But we all do what we must in her position. Maybe I do the same. The poor girl's head must be spinning. Evenings in the casinos, speakeasies, and clubs with Alina. And back to her threadbare bed sheets each night in the stacks. What a contrast. It's cruel, really. You don't seem to like her. I don't like Alina much right now either, but again, they might grow on me. Maria and Alina have some quirks, which I like, imperfections, and they're both sharp as tacks, if you haven't heard. Maria hides it under a shy facade, while Alina hides it under a layer of, blondness. Opinions are fluid. For example, I didn't care for you, but perhaps the tide is slowly shifting. Same with the girls, Alina and Maria. If they would just ease off on the chest chat and address the tension in the room instead, I might enjoy their company a great deal more. I'm sure. Kind of place where you wipe your feet on the way. Not exactly my scene, darling. Do you know anything about Natalia? The dead woman, I knew of her. It's quite unavoidable when you're in the company of Alina Dragos, especially when she's had a few drinks. How come? I could bore you with long-winded stories about Alina's infamous drunken rants, but why would I deny you the pleasure of experiencing them firsthand? You certainly seem to be well placed to engineer such a rant once again. Just give me a warning before you do, so I may cover my ears in time. I will try. Oh, well, would you look at the time? I'm going to make my way home before the sun comes up. Good night. All right. Good evening. Evening. We should chat, I guess, pass the time. What do you know of Natalia, the accountant? I don't think I met her. I'm sure I didn't. Did you hear about her death? I saw the headlines like the start of some macabre murder mystery, but without the cheery ending, probably. The police will catch whoever did it. Maybe a killer can get away with murdering street girls or factory workers, but not someone like her. Let's hope. You're not a big drinker, not at all. If I'm honest, I come here because Alina asked me along. Leaving her at a bar alone isn't something I'm comfortable with. You're a good friend. I think so too. Alina and I have been through a lot together. I like knowing she's safe, even if it means drinking. Oh, it's not so bad. Sometimes having a few drinks makes the book I'm reading even more exciting, though I often lose my place and have to read the same page over and over. You're welcome to read anything on the shelves. Really? I mean, thanks. Thank you. I wasn't sure if a speakeasy was for me, but a speakeasy with a library? Me about yourself? What do you want to know? I'm a people pleaser. Is that okay? I work at the old tailors in the stacks. The other girls at Seems Good talk about drinking and dancing, but I just keep my head down. They think I'm dull, but I knew that place would catch fire one day. There was a fire. That building is a death trap. We don't know who blew the fuse box. In a house of matches, it can be hard to find the first spark, you know? But it didn't burn down completely. Alina and I just can't play chess in the basement anymore. Oh, you play chess? When we were at school, we played for boiled sweets. It's a wonder we still have teeth. The women in the workhouse think I'm quiet and boring, but I watch them and I see things. Patterns, not just in the fabric, but in the city and people, and most of all in chess. Alina is good, but most days I can beat her. There's a fire in me, competition. Even without candy, victory is still sweet. You're a grandmaster? Haha, not quite. Although I have won tournaments, we both won a few, but none that were official or major. Alina always beats me when the stakes are high. It's like the pressure of playing against my friend makes me wilt. In the heat of competition, she lights up and I burn out. She just wants it more. I once asked her what her secret was. I'll never forget what she said. Never dim your star to make others shine brighter. Any other hobbies? Cooking, I guess. I make great sarmale. But this is starting to feel like a job interview instead of a drinks order. Fair point. You and Alina play chess together? We do, yes. We've been partners since we were 8. We met at a chess club in school. We were rivals, but ended up being best friends. It's a long friendship. I know her better than myself at this point. Chess is about getting into your opponent's head. I like it inside hers. Does that sound strange? A little. We can get very competitive, but we share the same dream. To get a little better every day. And to be all those stuffy old bearded men at the chess council together. We know each other so well now. I'm not sure our practice is helping us get to the next level, but I also just enjoy the time we spend together. We dream of one day beating Bukovi's top grandmaster. We're getting close. Alina won a tournament a few weeks ago, and I came second. I was so happy. We played against each other in the finals, and it was intense. I felt like my whole life was building to that moment. Since we were in the top spots, we knew we'd also qualified for the next tournament in a few months with the Grandmasters. So in a way, the final was like a victory lap for us. Have I talked about chess too much? Sometimes I can't tell if I'm talking too much about something I love. But either way, thanks for listening. Time? Yeah, sort of clue. This probably won't do anything, but we'll present it. Alina has been there. Oh, it's really late. Yep. I'm going to head home. I have something on tomorrow. Thanks for the drinks. Welcome. All right, we're going to end this day. I don't think these really go together. Okay. All right, well, this has been the last drop. We're on Wednesday. Well, we just ended Wednesday. We're going to go on to Thursday. But since this is coming out on Monday, I don't know if I'll do a second one of these. Maybe I'll do a second one for Monday. We'll see. But yeah, so far this has been, I like the art style. I like the story so far. And the drink aspect is a good, like, mini game to break up all the talking. So yeah, this is definitely a good game in my opinion. As always, link will be in the top of the description. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's free. This is Poodle Puff out.